Hello, hello, hello. So here we are at the end of the month. And yeah, as you can see there, I have this at a webpage. I will be flashing images of this stuff for you, so hopefully you can see a little better. But yeah, the end of the month, as promised, we are going to go over the Lost Waves items from the Thundercats line by Bandai that we never got. So I just want to give credit to the website Action Figure Insider, and I believe the writer of the article is Daniel Pickett. So, of course, I'm scrolling down there. Hope you didn't see too much. Yeah, Thundercats just goes through and it is gonna tell us that we were gonna get more of the deluxe 4-inch figures, as you can see there. Looks like they were planning on a Chitara and a Driller. I don't know if any of you saw the animated series reboot, but yeah, Driller was in it. Looks like they were planning as well on a Panthro down here. So just scrolling down here, this is what Chitara would have looked like with her base. It looks like it would have had bow spinning action. That's the original Driller. This is what Driller looked like in the new animated series. And this is what he would have looked like if we got him in that scale. So closed form and open form. Again, I'm gonna be flashing images on screen for you. So yeah, those were the 4-inch ones that never got released from the line there. The next one, because they divided it into I think it was a week maybe, preview day, and then the rest of the days. So that right there, if you hadn't seen it, I showed you the reboot one, but they were also going to make a classic stylized figure set. So we didn't get that at all. They were going to continue here the 6-inch line as well. I was able to show you all the main 4 previously, but they were going to continue with a Groon, and it looks like the Thunder Kittens there. There is the Groon in 6-inch scale, Wily Kit and Wily Cat with their weapons. And yeah, here is the 2-inch stylized 6-pack that we never received. Of course, I was able to show you the first one based on the reboot, but they had a classic one planned for the line as well. That is what those ones looked like. Kinda sad that we didn't get them. Really would have liked to have had these especially. But that's how it goes. So the next article here, let's see what else we didn't get from this line. By Bandai. More roleplay. So I showed you a couple of roleplay items, but there was more basic roleplay. So of course, I showed you the larger Sword of Omens and Claw Shield, but these are the smaller scale ones. Looks like they had a blaster gun planned for it. So that's what that would have wound up looking like had we got it been mass produced. I really like that Daniel was able to find out all this info for us. So of course they had a deluxe roleplay, but this Sword of Omens, I believe, was going to be completely spring-loaded. It would have extended right here, and the blade would have extended on its own, unlike the one I picked up that you had to manually extend it. Looks like they were, still having the claw shield. That image looks a little different than the one I have as well. And then they also had this item, another interactive roleplay Sword of Omens. This one, of course, was 32 inches long, had lights and sounds. It was voice activated, and it said training mode. So I will scroll down here, because of course, as you can see here, it says /left, /right. Take the sword and become one with it. Your training begins now. These were all, I guess, just promo sheets that they had already made for the items. Because of course you see the Bandai logo. So this one, of course, would have lit up on the blade. The hilt would have, of course, spring ejected there. And of course, it seems like it would have had, light, sound, voice activation. Probably training mode is like a demo mode. Doesn't say the suggested retail price. I guess that doesn't matter since we didn't get it. But yeah, that one was going to be in July. July, it looks like that was planned for as well. These ones were, July. Of course, after that one, we have the 12-inch figures. So, of course, let me go back down there. I was able to show you all the Armor of Omens that was in the series. If you haven't seen that one, you can check out that previous video. Any of the previous Bandai items I have already been shown. Now we're just, of course, going over the stuff we didn't get. So, of course, this one would have been for Mumra. I'm not too sure if it says the name of this one. I'm not even too sure that I remember the name of it in the show. I would have to rewatch it. But, of course, it was the armor that Mumra had in this series. A better look at it there. So, of course, it came with the Mumra figure as well. But yeah, that one looked pretty neat as well. That one again, July. So yeah, let's move on to these ones. Of course, I will scroll down so that way we can all see. That one was, let's see, this one is a playset first they're going over. This is a deluxe playset called the Saber Tank. Of course, it was planned for July. It was going to retail for $39.99. Of course, had the Thunder Links. This one actually, it says it connected with the Thunder Tank from the previous wave of vehicles they had released. So scrolling down, that is what it would have looked like, the Saber Tank. It would have opened and you could have sat some of the figures in. I'm guessing maybe that is for the Thunder Links that was included in these figures. Had firing missiles, a light, maybe some sound. And this one, actually, if you see, was going to come with a little Rover Bear figure as well. And that is what that one would have looked like. I believe they said that when it was originally planned, it was going to be released with an exclusive figure that was originally shown with Lion-O, but it changed to a translucent Rover Bear. And then they also had what was going to be called the Super Collector figure. So of course those, I'm guessing they had planned a Lion-O, a Chitara, and a Mumra from this one that I guess would have been considered a new branch of the Thundercat Bandai line. But it looks like there was a prototype of Lion-O already made. Now, it looks kind of, I don't know what it would have been. I mean, if you look here, it says Thundercat Classic and has the Classic logo. Looks like that could have maybe said 20 something 99. It's blacked out. But yeah, he just looks kind of armorized. Highly detailed, collector driven, premier packaging. A premier figure, of course. Of course, we imagine classic characters by Japanese design. That's what it is. So, kind of, you know, anime, I would think. So this is what Lion would have looked like had we gotten him. Furry body, armorized. Kind of reminds me of the Sideshow statue that was released a while back as well. Sword right there. So yeah, that one would have been pretty neat. I would have liked to have seen a prototype of the Chitara on this one as well. So yeah, that is Super Collector Lion-O. That was going to be released. Again, we are going to move on to, see, I think, yeah, I was looking to see if July as well. It looks like a lot of this stuff was planned for a July release. So moving on, here we have, as you can see, Panthro. Let's scroll down here, see what they start with on this part of the article. So they were going to continue the 6-inch scale line. I went over at the beginning of the month the figures from the classic line here. They started out, as I said, being 8 inches, and I think that feedback they got was that they wanted a 6-inch size. So they redid Lion-O and Mumra, who I was able to acquire and show you. I did show you the 8-inch Tigra and Lion-O that they released before they switched scales. But yeah, they were going to make Tigra and Panthro next in the 6-inch scale. Looks like they were again in July. They were going to be $14.99 in a blister package. Probably similar to the ones that I had shown you. So they had made a growling face sculpt for the 6-inch scales as well. The 8-inch scale Tigra and Lion-O do not have the growling face. So that is him right there. Of course, basically like the 8-inch one, just smaller and a tweaked head sculpt. But we would have gotten Panthro in the classic line from Bandai had it continued. That's what he looks like there. Pretty decent looking. And that is him with his nunchuck and extra hands. So yeah, kind of really bummed seeing these ones that we weren't getting. Wish it could have gone on, but that's how it goes. I've said it before, I'll say it again plenty of times. So moving on, looks like more vehicles that they had planned. So I showed you some of the Thunder Racers previously. You can check those out in my previous videos as well. But yeah, they were going to have, looks like a Monkian that was going to be added. A different colored Lion-O racer and a different colored Tiger racer. It pictures here the Tygus. I did get a Tygus. That one was kind of really hard to find. Was really glad I did get it. So this one would have been cased with 3, so I'm guessing the new 3, of course in July again. I can't really tell there, but it looks like it could have been maybe $11.99, maybe. Not too sure, but let's scroll down. This is what the Monkeyan. I'm not too sure if they had him named differently, because I know that they had quote-unquote Jackalman renamed in the series as well. So just showing you the other vehicle for him. Then of course the other Thunder Racers that were colored differently and were going to come with, it looks like this translucent red Lion-O. I didn't know if that had anything to do with the show or not. We only got one season. But this looks like the other Tigra racer as well. He did have a light on that one, looks like. And then it looks like they were going to come out with a battle damaged tank. And of course, I'm thinking that, like with the regular tank, of course, these Thunder Racers would have gone on. I believe it showed it. It would have clipped onto the tank. I think that was up at the top. So I'm pretty sure it could have gone on either this one or the original tank. But don't forget they had that Saber tank that you could have also attached. I wonder if all of this could have made a giant like battle diorama. That would have been neat to see in the show. So yeah, it would have still opened up part of the Thunderlink system. There it is right there, with them on the side. Yeah. So maybe not with them both, but of course definitely the tank as well. So pretty neat on that one. And I believe this last one will be the last part of this one. Of course, starting out there, you see Burbles. So figures. They were going to continue the 4-inch scale as well. So they continued the 4-inch scale in Wave 2 with Panthro when he lost his arms in the series. Lion-O's shield actually started extending over his whole arm. Shows one of the Thunder Kittens and a transformed Mumra. Shows Chitara there. Now the interesting thing is they were going to make Jaga. They were also going to make, I believe his name was Kanor. And as I have stated, Tigra had a different look in the start of the series. It wasn't the more armorized look. So this is how he started out when they were kind of walking around in Thundera. So I really would have liked to have gotten that one. Also in a 6-inch scale, that one would have been neat. So I will scroll down and you can see his outfit better. More of a leather type outfit as opposed to an armorized version. He would have of course came with a weapon. I'm not too sure what kind of weapon that one is. It looks kind of like a gun or a rifle. They would have made a translucent yellow Chitara, looks like, in the line as well. Just gonna scroll down so you can see those images. I will be, of course, flashing these images. And here we come to Jaga. I really would have liked to have seen more of these and to seen the show continue on. It was a very interesting show that had a actual storyline, I know I have said. So there is the Kanor, I believe his name was, Jackalman. So very, very interesting. And finally, Rubber Bears they would have made as well. So there you have it. We have gone over all of the reboot figures that I have acquired, and also the Thundercats classic ones. I hope everyone enjoyed getting a look at these ones that we were supposed to get. Take care, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I will see you in March for a brand new month. Of course, gonna try and switch gears. I know I've been showing a bunch of Thundercats. I really like Thundercats #1, but I do like my other stuff as well. So check out another interesting item tomorrow. Take care, all you geeks and nerds out there.